Hello everyone, my name is Heather and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be setting up the month of November in my bullet journal, but first I'm going to flip through the month of October. October looks very similar to September, so if you watched my October setup and September flip through, then you'll see I kind of did the same thing and I like it so much I'm going to do it again for November. My gratitude log. So I do have to be honest, this past week I did not even really open my bullet journal. This past week I've just been feeling lonely and I don't know, just kind of down in the dumps a little bit. My husband's away for training right now, so I don't know, like I just wasn't in the mood to even keep up to date with my bullet journal at all. So you'll see with all of my trackers and everything around this time, around the 23rd, I just stopped. And usually I go back and kind of fill it out, but I just haven't been in the mood to do so. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but life happens. So my sleep log, I've done this for a few months in a row, but I'm actually really gonna keep things very simple for myself in November. I'm gonna be tackling a couple of new projects, so I wanna kind of keep it simple in my bullet journal and not have to worry about all these different trackers, which is funny because last November I did the same thing. I had all these trackers in October and then in November I kept things really simple. So I don't know if it's this time of year that makes me want to do that or what, but it's happening again this year. I kept up with it and honestly at this point it's not even really telling me anything new. During the week I have to wake up anywhere between like 4 and 4:30 in the morning, so I go to bed around the same time, and then the weekends I sleep in for an extra couple of hours. Like for me, sleeping in now is getting up at 7 a.m., which is hysterical. I did enjoy filling out my kind of pumpkin themed mood tracker this past month. Though I gotta say, like sometimes I was feeling an emotion that wasn't even on my list. That's how emotional of a person I am. There are emotions that I experience that I can't even name. I never ended up doing anything with this page. I'm not surprised. I just didn't do anything with it, and that's okay. My habit tracker, I did really well for most of my habits for 3 out of the 4 weeks of the month, but again, this past week has just not been great. So, and that's okay. You will see I'm going to do a habit tracker again for November, but I am drastically simplifying the habits that I will be tracking. This was my first like weekly spread of the month. I did 2 weeks at a time, which I normally do, but I did switch it up a little bit this past month. I did the week in review that I got from Rachel over at Full Flourish, so that was nice. And then I did a few dailies, but I don't know, I didn't totally keep up with it. And then this was pretty exciting. I was so frustrated with myself for not making the most of my time that I like mapped out exactly how I ideally should spend my time on my work days. And then I have a page dedicated to things other than watching Netflix that I could do on the weekends. So that was just kind of fun for me to do. You know, I don't 100% stick to this because I am human. Like I didn't even schedule any like nothing time, which is just not realistic, but I don't know. It was fun to map it out and I think it kind of looks nice. Then I just saw this weekly spread on Pinterest. I will link my bullet journal Pinterest board down in the description box. I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, but yeah, so it was kind of interesting. Obviously it's really, really blank because during the week, I don't really give myself a lot of to-dos because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I don't get home until around like 5:30 in the evening, and by then I literally just eat, watch a little bit of YouTube, and I have to go to bed really early. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna not do weeklies for a while, and I'm not even gonna do dailies for a while. You'll see what I'm going to do once I start setting up November. And then I was trying to catch up on YouTube because I hadn't been watching in so long, so I like listed out all of the channels that I was behind on, and like was just trying to catch up really badly on it. Obviously I did not succeed because there's like days of videos that I could watch, but I just don't have the time to watch every one of them. And then we did another same kind of weekly, but again, it's just like blank. Like I just didn't fill it out because I don't know, like I just had nothing to really put in there. Not that I don't have things I could be doing, it's just like I was just feeling lazy this week. This is this past week that I've just been feeling like bleh. The one thing I had on here I didn't end up doing. And yesterday, as I'm filming this, yesterday is the 1 year anniversary of losing my dog Missy, so I did write that down just because I want to remember her, not that I forget her, but I just wanted to kind of put it down and have a moment to remember her. So here we go. Like I normally do, I kind of mapped out what I'm going to do just to make filming this a lot faster. So I'm just gonna put some music on for myself. I'm gonna listen to some Hamilton, but you're gonna listen to some royalty-free music. And I'm gonna set up November. So I hope you enjoy. So that is all I'm going to set up for now. At a certain point, my camera stopped recording and I was too busy like jamming out to Hamilton that I didn't notice it had shut off. So hopefully you didn't miss too much, but I'm gonna go through and kind of show you what I did for November. So you will see that it looks very similar in the kind of month at a glance to October and September if you kind of saw my past couple videos, but I added this quote by Yoko Ono: "You may think I'm small, but I have a universe inside my head." And I really want to kind of let that sink in for the month because this past month I've been feeling very small and kind of helpless and, you know, not great, which is not good. So I'm hoping that I will let this inspire me to try and just do more with my time and with my mind and feel a little bit stronger. I'm gonna list out a few goals for the month. I kind of need to meditate on that for a little while because I want it to be separate from my running to-do list that I kind of have set up a couple of pages later. I'm gonna fill out my at-a-glance, not on camera, just because I kind of have to like look at my calendar and see what's kind of going on, what appointments I have and stuff. I do have a wedding to go to next weekend, and then of course there's Thanksgiving, and my husband is still going to be gone, so I've decided to go see my family for Thanksgiving, because then I get really depressed if I had to spend a holiday completely on my own. So there's gonna be a lot of like driving this month, which is not my favorite thing to do, but it's for important reasons. So yeah, so I'm gonna fill that out, not on camera. Gratitude log, pretty simple. I would have not done a gratitude log to keep it really, really simple in the month of November, but I thought this is like the worst month to not have a gratitude log because it's Thanksgiving month, and Thanksgiving is all about giving thanks and showing gratitude for what you have. So I think it's especially important that I have a gratitude log this month. So here's the running to-do list that I just mentioned earlier. For a while, like I'm pretty sure for like most of November, I'm just gonna add stuff to this to-do list until it completely fills up. Hopefully I don't have that many things to do that this page gets completely filled up, because I think it's better to just have my to-dos on one page, because what I tend to do with the dailies is I'll overschedule myself and put way more things on a day than I could possibly do. I mean, I'm sure I could physically do all of them, but I just like, eventually I just get burnt out and I don't want to finish the to-do list. So I migrated to the next day. And so instead of finishing it throughout the week, I end up, not doing to-do lists during the week, which I talked about earlier. And I don't know, it just doesn't work. So I think one list, I'm gonna have one list where I keep adding things to it, and I'm gonna see how that works. So November is probably gonna be a very short month, pages wise, in my bullet journal, because I just really need to keep it simple. And kind of going off of that, you'll see here, my habits is like less than half, or maybe it's just half of what I was tracking in October. So I'm just gonna keep it, I'm gonna stick to the things that are most important. So this quote, align short-term actions with long-term values, is a quote that the minimalists say all the time. And it's about how you spend your time. By the way, the minimalists it's two guys, and they have a great website, but more importantly, I discovered them through their podcast called The Minimalists. And I have a whole video about 20 lessons I've learned from the minimalists. And one of them is your priorities are how you spend your time. And I've realized that this past October, I've been putting more importance on the things that aren't important and kind of letting the important things fall to the wayside. So this is like my focused values for the month. So I have things that relate to my health. So exercising and logging food are very important for my health. Like this past week, I wasn't logging my food, and lo and behold, I was eating like crap. And no TV also has to do with my health. Last month, it was less than an hour of TV. But this month, it's like, I'm just gonna say no TV, except for when Outlander is there. So on Sundays, I won't fill it in, but that's it. Like Outlander is gonna be my show this month, that's it. Meditation relates to my mental health. And then I'm gonna put relationships here, because I've been feeling really lonely this past month, and I need to kind of put myself out there a little bit. I've actually even signed up for Bumble BFF. Like, I'm kind of desperate for some sort of connection. But relationships are like making sure I've talked to my husband, trying to get in contact with my best friend, trying to call my mom or my siblings more often. Because relationships are one of my foundational values. And then reading, instead of watching TV, I need to read. And so that's there. But yeah, NaNoWriMo is there, which I'm really, really, really hoping I finish the story that I started in April during Camp NaNoWriMo. So that's really important. I just want to finish a project. I always start them, but I really want to finish. So that's really important. And I do want to keep up with at least this channel. So yeah, anything related to me working on this channel is YouTube. Maintaining a tidy environment is another one of my values. It's not a foundational value, but it's definitely a tertiary value. And then no spend. Which that's not going to be every day. Obviously I need to get gas and groceries sometimes, but I just kind of want to like track the days that I don't spend any money and just see. I've never done that before in my habit tracker. So yeah, and I've already talked about no TV. So that is it for my November spreads in my bullet journal. I am sorry if it's very simple. I know sometimes I like to try a lot of new things and make it really fun like I did in October, but just mentally I need to kind of focus, like recenter and focus, and my bullet journal has to reflect that. Like I can't have anything extra right now just for my like sanity. So if it's kind of not as entertaining or not as fun to watch, I'm really, really sorry, but this is just what I have to do right now. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That would really let me know that you liked it, obviously, because that's what thumbs up are for. And if you enjoy bullet journal videos, definitely subscribe to my channel. And I have a lot of minimalism videos in the works as well. So minimalism has definitely been helping me stay sane. So yeah, just stay tuned for all that. Make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.